What's happening, family? It's your boy Andre Romance. I'm up at this thing again. Now what's happening, y'all? This one here for my people 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, as many times as we need to do this in order for us to get right. Now, it is my duty to uplift y'all when I feel like we need a boost. Even when we don't need a boost, we still need a boost. Because it's a lot of us still victim to the system. It's a lot of us that's still slaves in America, and it's because of the system. And it takes us to understand the different ways that we're being enslaved. And so I have a few that will hinder us from growing, from becoming who we really supposed to be. Section 8, right? Government assistance, unemployment. I believe these are all methods to keep us in low vibrations, to keep us from becoming anything greater than what we are. Because what government assistance is doing is forcing out the black dads, the black fathers. In order for women to get Section 8, they can't have no man living with them. That should be the first red flag. They can't have nobody living with them, and he can't, if he is living with them, he's not documented under the paperwork. That's the first thing. The second thing is the food stamps. You have to make under a certain amount of money to qualify for food stamps. The EBT specials. We all got them. We all do it. We all think that it's a great thing to have. But think of the mindset that you have to be in order to approve for that, in order to be eligible for that benefit. But it's not really a benefit if you can go out and make that type of money. And it takes the mindset to change for you to go out and make that extra $400 a month. Like an extra $400 a month, that's nothing if you have the mindset of a business person, the mindset of somebody who is driven to build something. And that's how we got to get. We can't be relying on government assistance. We can't. It's unpredictable. And these different presidents coming in, they make promises. They are able to push certain bills and get certain things approved, but you have to give something in order to receive something. So I want you all to pay attention to this election that's coming up. Pay attention to what they're offering, and then pay attention to what we're giving up in return for what they're offering. We have to understand what the plot is. What is the main objective? All of these perks that they're giving us, it's not for our benefit. It's not benefiting us. What has the Democrats did to build us? Because it's clear that government assistance has become a crutch. It has demobilized people in those communities from doing greater things with their lives, from going into to different work areas where they can make more money, because they're trying to be eligible for these free perks. But it's not free. Your living arrangements are still, they're not as good as they could be, okay? I want you all to see this. I want you all to understand this, and also go and do the research for you. Now I've been on the topic of learning how to vote the right way. We weren't raised with the right knowledge of how to vote. We weren't. Just like when Obama was going up for office, everybody voted for him based on the fact that he was black, right? The first black president. Oh wow, yeah. Now that we've gotten that out the way, and the reason why I say we've gotten that out the way is because we've been looking for that our whole lives. Any black person who exists, who ever lived in America, has been waiting for that moment where we received the black president. Now we passed that point. So now that we had one, we can actually identify what was the difference. What changed in your life having a black person in office versus having the typical white person? Huh? We have to identify what the difference is, because it's not the skin. It's not about skin. It's not about racism. We have to go to the facts. We have to look at what these people are putting on the table. What are they offering? This government assistance stuff, it should be everybody's priority that's on that to get off of that, because it's not benefiting you. It's not benefiting you to be on Section 8 and to have food stamps. It's not. Not even WIC. WIC is pushing the GMO agenda. They are. They aren't feeding your kids the healthiest thing in the store. They're feeding your kid the worst things that they can have in a box or a jar. They're getting it. And they're willingly giving it away. But then again, you have to be under a certain income in order to qualify for it. And so it's crippling a lot of our thoughts to think like, oh, what job do I need to get, or what job do I need to let go in order to qualify to get that perk? Well, don't chase after that. My women, we need to be breastfeeding. Do everything in your power to breastfeed. Do everything you can to make sure your body is ready to take care of the babies. All right? If you can, avoid the formula. Avoid it at all costs. If I can give advice to anybody trying to become better, trying to have something better for their families, it would be that we need to stop relying on the government to correct issues that we have going on in our communities and in our lives. Like, we have to stop giving them that power. Now, I looked at the candidates, and I'm not going to go into details about all of what they offer and what they're all preaching, but it's nothing different than what we've always heard. It's nothing different. But there's a greater twist that's going on right now. And it is the idea that we need to get rid of some of our amendments. Think about that. We have a constitution that was set in place, right? This constitution was set in place. When it was set in place, it wasn't in favor of the black man. We weren't meant to participate in a constitution. I want you all to understand that. You were not counted when they were making this constitution. But here we are, and we have these rights, right? We have these rights now. And they want to take these rights away from us now. They want to take these rights and throw them in the trash. Why? Because the people that they wanted to oppress is benefiting from them. We as a whole cannot allow that to happen. The moment they start removing our amendments, the moment they start changing the Constitution, is a moment that America is no longer America. There's not one amendment that's more or less important than another amendment, but they all work with each other. So as a whole, we need all of them. And by giving up our rights willingly, by electing someone that is going to try to infringe upon our Constitution, we need to say no to it. We need to start identifying what the threat is and what's at hand. What's the real agenda here? So I encourage you all to start working out those plans to make more income. Start working out the situations that you're in so you can better yourself. Start working on your health as usual. Stop being so reliant on this government, because this government is trying to close chapter on us. They are trying to close chapter on us. And by chapter, I mean they're trying to remove all of our rights. All of our rights are going away, slowly but surely. They're all diminishing right before our eyes. And we are going to willingly hand it to them just so we can have government assistance, just so we can have our food stamps, just so we can have Section 8. Don't trade your Constitution for government assistance. Don't do it. I encourage you all to go into depths with what these people are offering, what these candidates are offering, and vote like your life depends on it, because it does. Your freedom depends on it. What little freedom you do have is at hand, because they're changing stuff under the table, under the radar on you. You don't even know. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. But I want to encourage y'all that if we're gonna grow as a people, that we need to start becoming more independent, not more dependent. And the more we depend on unemployment and all that stuff, the less productive we are at becoming what we can truly become. We're stronger than this. We're better than this. We're better than handouts. And so that's what I want you all to take from this. You're better than a handout. And you have the potential to do whatever it is you need to do for the life you really want, not settling for a life that is going to keep you in a low standard. Let's step up. Let's stand up. I love y'all, man. I want to see y'all doing good stuff. Y'all keep me up. I'm gonna keep y'all up too. And I'm out of this thing, man.